Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. It's Rock and Roll Spotman. Next with another installment of Building the Team, and this time we'll be looking at three 600-point Clone Wars format teams. So the Clone Wars format works like this: every character on the team must have either the same name or same real name. So, like, you could have a Batman team, a team of, say, Batman, so that where one's Batman, one's Bruce Wayne, one's Dick Grayson, so on and so forth. But or you could have, again, a similar team with, say, a bunch of Batmans and matches Malone. It's also Bruce Wayne. Anyways, let's get started. We'll kick things off with a Captain America team. First off, we've got from Avengers Defenders War, Captain America. Cap here comes in at 50 points and has the Avengers team ability as well as the Avengers and Soldier keywords. He also had, looking at his dial, he's got a couple clicks of sidestep, a few clicks of charge. He's indomitable, so built-in willpower, which is always a plus. On defense, he's got, aside from the indomitability, inertial deflection and combat reflexes, and then on damage, he has the special power, Respected Leader. Captain America can use leadership, but succeeds on a 4 through a 6. When he does, on a result of a 6, he may also remove an action token from each friendly character with the Avengers keyword within range. Now, note that it says within range and not within range from line of fire. So if someone is blocked, has a line of fire blocked, but are still within the 5 square range of Cap, they get remove an action token. Moving on, we've got Captain America from Civil War. This being the common Cap, not the LE Cap. He comes in at 80 points. Has the anti-registration, Avengers, and Soldier keywords, as well as improved movement, ignores hindering terrain and characters, and the trait Just a Friendly Handshake. Once per game, when Captain America hits an adjacent character with the armor or robot keyword, after action resolve, you may give that character up to 2 action tokens. Okay? Looking at the dial, we open up with some sidestep on speed, followed by flurry, followed by charge. On attack, we open up with Precision Strike, which is all he has on attack. On defense, we open up with special power Blocking Repulsor Blast. Captain America can use Energy Deflection and Toughness. He cannot be targeted using Ranged Combat Expert. Also note he's indomitable. Blocking Repulsor Blast gives way to Toughness, which gives way to Combat Reflexes. Then on damage, we open up with a special power Leading the Resistance. Captain America can use Close Combat Expert and Leadership as if he were 100 points. That gives way to Outwit. Next up, we've got a prime example of the real name is just as important as code name. Captain America Resilient. So Captain America Resilient here comes in at 80 points. He's a title character, so he's got title character abilities, but he's also got the Avengers, Earth X, Shield, and Soldier keywords. His title character abilities. First off, to note, he starts with 1 plot point. Then, if you add 1, he can be given a free action to move up to 1 square and then make a close attack. Also add 1. Free action until your next turn, friendly characters modified defense +2 when targeted by mind control. Again, +1. The free action move each other friendly character 1 square. Then, if you remove 3, as a power action, you may give Captain America Resilient a power action, place him into a square that is adjacent to both an opposing character and a square of hindering or blocking terrain, then make a close attack. If he KOs an opposing character with that attack, give him 3 plot points. Okay. Also, when Captain America Resilient is KO'd, you choose an opponent, and once per turn for the rest of the game, that opponent may force you to reroll an attack roll. Looking at the dial, we open up with a click of running shot, followed by a couple clicks of charge, followed by a few clicks of phasing teleport. On attack, we've got at the very end of the dial, a couple clicks of precision strike. Defense, he's indomitable for starters. Then he opens up with defend, which gives way to combat reflexes, which gives way to toughness, and then back to combat reflexes. On damage, we open up with perplex for a few clicks, followed by a couple clicks of close combat expert, followed by a couple of clicks of shape change. Okay? Alright. Next up, we've got the Captain. The Captain comes from the What If set and was the sealed event prize figure. Comes in at 110 points, has the Avengers and Soldier keywords, and 2 traits. First off is from an alternate Earth. If this character is on your sideline, you may give a free action to a friendly character named Captain America or Thor that's equal or more points. Replace that character with this character on the same click number. Okay. The other trait is there's plenty one man can do if he's the right man. Before the captain is given a non-free action, you may knock back any number of adjacent opposing characters 2 squares. Not too shabby. It's also note he is a flyer. So yeah. Anyway, looking at the dial, we open up with a couple clicks of charge, followed by a few clicks of sidestep. On attack, we got a couple clicks of quake. On defense, he's indomitable. But he's also got, opens up with a few clicks of invulnerability, followed by a few clicks of toughness. Damage, he starts off blank, but clicks into close combat expert, which then gives way to the special power. Heads up, Avenger, I've got a special delivery, winging its way toward you. Give the captain a power action, choose a friendly character within range and line of fire. All opposing characters adjacent to the chosen character are knocked back 2 squares from the chosen character's square. If the chosen character is named Thor, after action resolve, that character can make an attack. Okay, well. So we can't do the make an attack part, but yeah. Next up, we've got from the Captain America Civil War movie set, Captain America. Cap here comes in at 125 points, has the Avengers Initiative team ability, as well as the Avengers Shield and Soldier keywords. He has a trait for 5 points called I'm with Cap. When targeted by a ranged combat attack, Captain America can use shape change. I actually might have to see if I can work that in or not. I think I can, actually. Which one? Wait. 160, 210, 320, 470. All right, we can. We can work that in just right. Okay. So, looking at his dial, we open up on speed with some running shot, which gives way to sidestep, which then gives way to charge. On attack, we open up with precision strike, which gives way to incapacitate. On defense, he's got indomitable, like all the others seem to. And starts off with invulnerability, which gives way to toughness, which then gives way to combat reflexes. On damage, we open up with a special power, Inspiring Leader. Captain America can use leadership. When he doesn't succeed, choose a friendly character and modify the attack and defense phase of that character by +1 until your next turn. Okay? That gives way to Close Combat Expert. And finally, we have Steve Rogers from Nick Fury Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Steve here comes in at 150 points. Has the S.H.I.E.L.D. team ability, as well as the Avengers, Invaders, S.H.I.E.L.D., and Soldier keywords. Also has improved movement, ignores hindering terrain, and improved targeting, ignores elevated terrain. And he has 2 traits. First off, changing the world, a world united. Opposing characters adjacent to 2 or more friendly characters with the S.H.I.E.L.D. keyword can't use willpower or team abilities. Okay. This gives way to, and then it doesn't give away anything. Next up, we have leading by very good example. Siege Rogers can use leadership. When a Siege Rogers is an opposing character, other friendly characters with the shield keyword can use probability control when they attack this turn. And we've got two others on the team with the shield keyword. So yeah, it's totally usable. Looking at the dial, we open up with running shot, which gives way to charge, which then gives way to stealth. On attack, we open up with energy explosion. Yeah, open up with energy explosion, which gives way to Princess Strike. Defense, like the other 5, he's indomitable. It opens up with a special power, energy shield extend. Siege Rogers can use energy shield deflection, sidestep, and toughness. Adjacent friendly characters that share a keyword with him can use energy shield deflection. Okay. Oof. Yeah, I can definitely see some use in that. That gives way to combat reflexes. On damage, we open with enhancement, which gives way to weapon power, which then gives way to close combat expert. And that is it for the Captain America team. Next up, we've got ourselves a Bat team. Well, a Bruce Wayne team, to be exact. And to kick things off, we have the man himself, Bruce Wayne. From the Batman the Animated Series set. So, Bruce here comes in at 40 points. Has the Batman and Ally team ability, as well as the Batman family, Gotham City, Detective, and Future keywords, as well as the trait, Very Good Then, Mr. McGinnis. During Force Construction, you may choose another character with the Batman family keyword to become Bruce Wayne's apprentice. Okay. We will actually be choosing... This is the Batman we'll be choosing to be the apprentice. Okay. So, looking at the dial. On speed, we have nothing until the last click, where we get a click of flurry. On attack, we open up with a special power. I accept nothing short of excellence. Once per turn, when Bruce Wayne's apprentice would miss an attack, you may re-roll that attack roll. If you do, and Bruce Wayne's apprentice is named Batman Beyond, increase the results of the attack by +1. Well, he is, so we don't get the last part. And then that gives way to one click of Precision Strike. On defense, we open up with a few clicks of combat reflexes, which gives way to the special power, Don't Forget About the Dog. It's a stop click. He has combat reflexes, and when it's first revealed, you may generate an Ace Bystander. Ace Bystander has improved movement, ignores characters, as well as Charge, Precision Strike, Defend, and Battle Fury. Okay. Then on damage, we open with a special power, Welcome to My World, which grants Bruce Wayne Outwit. At the beginning of your turn, you may choose that Bruce Wayne can't use Outwit. If you do, his apprentice can use Outwit until your next turn. And that gives way to regular Outwit. Alright, next up we've got Batman, also from the Animated Series set. Batman here comes in at 50 points and has the Batman Ally team ability, as well as the Batman family, Gotham City, and Detective keywords. As well as improved movement, ignores elevated terrain and hindering terrain. Looking at the dial, we've got a few clicks of Charge, followed by a couple clicks of Flurry. Nothing on attack until the last couple clicks, where he's got Precision Strike. He's got Indomitable on defense, as well as a click of Toughness, followed by a couple clicks of Combat Reflexes and back to Toughness. And on damage, we open up with a few clicks of Perplex. Okay, moving on, we've got Batman from DC Rebirth. Batman here comes in at 85 points and has JLA and Outsiders team abilities. He also has the Batman family, Gotham City, Justice League, Outsiders, Trinity, and Detective keywords, as well as two traits. First off is Leading the Charge. When Batman makes the first attack during a turn and hits, until your next turn, other friendly characters with the Justice League keyword have protected Outwit. Well, at least one of them will have have it. Next up, we have the trait, yeah, he does that. Lines of fire drawn to Batman are blocked unless the line of fire crosses only unoccupied clear squares. Okay. It's like stealth, but better. Alright, looking at the dial, we open up with the special power, using your momentum against you. On speed, which gets him charge, leap, climb, and sidestep. When Batman breaks away, you may choose an opposing character he broke away from. If you do, after resolutions, place that character 2 squares away within line of fire from his current square. That can be very useful. That power gives way to a couple clicks of regular sidestep. On attack, we open up with a few clicks of incapacitate. On defense, he's got indomitable, so built-in willpower, but power-wise, he opens up with combat reflexes, which gives way to super senses. On damage, we open up with a couple clicks of outwit, which gives way to a couple clicks of perplex, and then back to outwit. Next up, we've got Batman from the Joker's Wild. This Batman comes in at 120 points. Has the Batman Family and Outsiders keywords, as well as the Batman Family, Gotham City, Outsiders, Detective, and Martial Arts keywords. And also, improved movement, ignores elevated terrain and hindered terrain, and has the trait, my team to handle what the League won't. Once per turn, when a friendly character within 6 squares uses the Outsider's team ability, that character can immediately use Outwit, but only to target the opposing character targeted for the Outsider's team ability. Okay. And looking at the dial, we open up with a few clicks of running shot, followed by a few clicks of charge, a full dial of the special power, Analytical Mind, and Utility Belt. Give Batman a free action and choose one. Energy Explosion, Force Blast, Incapacitate, or Willpower. Batman can use the chosen power until he chooses again. Okay. On defense, we open with a few clicks of Toughness, followed by a few clicks of combat reflexes, and on damage we open up with Leadership. Okay. Moving on, we've got Batman from the Streets of Gotham set. I actually really dig this sculpt. Alright, so Batman here comes in at 128 points, has the Batman Ally Team ability as well as the Armor, Batman Family, Batman Incorporated, and Detective keywords. He also has the trait, I have missions for all of my allies. Batman can use Leadership and Perplex. When he uses Perplex, he can only target friendly characters possessing the same team ability or keyword as Batman. Okay? Good thing they've all got the Batman Family keyword. And most of them have the Batman Ally team ability as well, so yeah. Alright, looking at the dial, we open up with the special power Jet Suit on speed, which gives Batman charge and the flight ability. Okay? This gives way to Leap Climb, which then gives way to Flurry. On attack, we've got Super Strength. On defense, we open up with, or first off, he's got Indomitable, but we open up power-wise with Toughness, which then gives way to combat reflexes. Then on damage, we open up with Outwit. And finally, Bruce Wayne's apprentice, Batman. Batman here comes in at 170 points, has the Batman Ally Team ability, as well as the Batman Family, Batman Incorporated, Gotham City, Justice League, Trinity, Detective, and Martial Artist keywords. It's also got improved movement, ignores elevated hindering terrain, as well as improved targeting, ignores hindering terrain characters, and can make range attacks out of adjacency, including against the character he's adjacent to. Finally, he has a trait, Files on Everyone. At the beginning of the game, choose an opposing character and a standard attack or damage power they currently possess. When that character possesses that power, Batman has dealt no damage from that character's attacks unless it is the only opposing character on the map. Looking at the dial, we open up with some Sidestep, which gives way to Flurry, which then gives way to Charge. On attack, we open with the special power Grapple Gun Attack. When Batman makes a ranged combat attack and it hits exactly 2 characters, After resolutions, you may place one hit character adjacent to the other. The character being placed can't be of a larger size than the other hit character. Okay, so can't go targeting a. Well, you can target a colossal and a standard character, but the standard character next to the colossal. But yeah, that gives way to precision strike, which gives way to incapacitate. On defense, he's got Indomitable, as most of them do. He opens up with a special power, Counterpunch. Yes. Batman can use combat reflexes and toughness. When an opposing character misses Batman with a close combat attack, deal the attacker 2 damage. That gives way to toughness. Now on damage, we open up with Perplex, which then gives way to exploit weakness. Alright, moving on to our final team, the Spider-Man team. So we're going to start off with Spider-Man from Earth X. Or as a lot of us refer to him, Spider-Dad. So Spider-Dad here comes in at 50 points, or 25, I'm going with the 50 point starting dial. He has the Earth X, Spider-Man family, police and reporter keywords, the PD team ability, as well as improved movement ignores elevated and hindering terrain. Looking at the dial, we open up with a couple clicks of charge, followed by a couple clicks of plasticity, followed by a couple clicks of flurry. On attack, we've got a couple clicks of super strength, followed by a couple clicks of quake. On defense, we open up with a few clicks of super senses, followed by a few clicks of combat reflexes. On damage, we open up with perplex, which gives way to empower. Okay, not too shabby and can be useful. A pretty decent supporting figure with possibility to do a little bit of damage. Moving on, we've got Spider-Man from Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Who is my usual go-to for Spider-Man figures. Okay, he comes in at 70 points. He has the Spider-Man Ally Team ability, as well as the Avengers, Spider-Man Family, and Scientist keywords, and improved movement ignores elevated terrain, and he also has the Call and Help from the Spider-Verse trait. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, when Spider-Man hits an opposing character after actions resolve, you may roll a d6 that can't be re-rolled. On a 3, 4, 5, or 6, place another friendly character with a Spider-Man Family keyword adjacent to this character. Okay. Looking at the dial, we open up with 2 clicks of charge, followed by a couple clicks of flurry, followed by a couple clicks of sidestep. On attack, we got a couple clicks of super strength. On defense, we open up with a couple clicks of the special power, My Spider Sense is going off like crazy. Spider-Man can use super senses. When he does, increase the result of his roll by 1 for every 100 points of the attacking character's cost. This gives way to a couple clicks of regular super senses, then back to the special power, then back to regular super senses. On damage, we open up with a couple clicks of Close Combat Expert, and at the very end, and finish up with a couple clicks of Exploit Weakness. Alrighty, next up we've got from Secret Wars Battle World, Spider-Man. Spider-Man here comes in at 70 points and has the Spider-Man Ally Team ability. He also has the Avengers, Battle World, Spider Island, Spider-Man Family, Celebrity, and Ruler keywords, as well as 2 traits. First off, we have Heroes Get Remembered, Legends Never Die. Spider-Man starts the game with 2 stasis tokens. As long as Spider-Man has a stasis token, he is immobile and can't make attacks. At the end of your turn, remove a stasis token from Spider-Man. Next up, we have Baron of Battle World. Leadership, Perplex. When Spider-Man uses Perplex to target another character, you may instead modify a combat value, accept damage by +2 if the target shares a Battle World keyword, or -2 if it has a different Battle World keyword. Alrighty, so looking at the dial, we open up with a couple clicks of charge, followed by a few clicks of sidestep. On attack, we got a few clicks of quake, followed by a couple clicks of precision strike. On defense, we open up a couple clicks of super senses, followed by a couple clicks of combat reflexes, and back to super senses. On damage, we open up with a couple clicks of outwit, a couple clicks of close combat expert, and a couple clicks of support. Alright, moving on to Spider-Man from the Superior Foes Fast Forces. This one comes in at 75 points, has the Spider-Man Allied Team ability, as well as the Spider-Man Family Reporter and Scientist keywords, and improved movement ignores elevated terrain. It also has the trait Protect the Innocent. Spider-Man can use the carry ability, but only to carry a character with a lower point value. Okay, that kind of narrows down who all he can carry. And then you open up on speed with the special power Web Slingshot. Spider-Man can use hypersonic speed. When he does, before moving, you may place him in a square of higher elevation within 4 squares and line of fire. So we got Web Slingshot followed by a click of Sidestep, back to Web Slingshot, back to Sidestep, and then Flurry. On attack, we open up blank, we get a few clicks of Super Strength in the middle here. On defense, we open up with a couple clicks of Combat Reflexes, followed by a couple clicks of Super Senses, followed by a couple clicks of Willpower. Then on damage, we open up blank, pick up a click of Close Combat Expert, blank, Close Combat Expert, then a couple clicks of Outwit. Okay. Moving on, we've got Spider-Man from Civil War. Spidey here comes in at 80 points and has the Spider-Man Allied Team ability. He also has the anti-registration, Avengers, Celebrity, and Spider-Man Family keywords, as well as improved movement, ignores elevated terrain and hindering terrain. And finally, we have the trait Annoying Arachnid. Spider-Man can use Super Senses. If he hit with a close attack this turn, he can use Sidestep this turn and automatically breaks away when doing so. Nice. Anyways, Spider-Man opens up with a special power Amazing, Spectacular, Sensational on speed. Spider-Man can use Charge and Flurry. Okay. This gives way to regular charge. On attack, we open up blank, but that gives way to Super Strength. On defense, we open with Energy Deflection, which gives way to Combat Reflexes, which gives way to Willpower. And on damage, he clicks into Perplex. Okay. Next up, also from the Civil War storyline set, we have Spider-Man. So, Spider-Man in his Iron Spider suit also comes in at 80 points. Has the Spider-Man Allied Team ability, as well as the Avengers, Celebrity, Pro Registration, and Spider-Man Family keywords. Also ignores elevated hindering terrain for movement. And he has the trait Cloaking Device. Spider-Man can use Spider-Man can use Shape Change. If he hit with a range attack this turn, he can use Sidestep this turn. Alright, so we open up with the special power. It's a Glider 2 on speed. Spider-Man can use Running Shot and the Flight ability. Okay. That gives way to Flurry, which then gives way to Stealth. Then on defense, on attack, we open up with Incapacitate. On defense, we open up with Toughness, which gives way to Super Senses. Then on damage, we click into Outwit, and then that gives way to Exploit Weakness. Alright, moving on to Spider-Man from Secret Wars Battle World. Spidey here comes in at 85 points, has the Spider-Man Allied Team ability, as well as the Battle World Regency, Spider-Man Family Reporter and Scientist keywords. He also has an improved movement, ignores elevated terrain and hindering terrain. Looking at the dial, we open up with a special speed power, Retired to Protect My Family, which gives him Sidestep and Stealth. That gives way to Flurry. On attack, we open up with a few clicks of Incapacitate, followed by a few clicks of Super Strength. On defense, he's got Indomitable, and then opens up with a special defense power. We need to watch out for each other. Super Senses. Defend, but may only replace the defense lines of characters with the Spider-Man Family keyword. That gives way to Combat Reflexes. Then on damage, we open up with a Shape Change, which gives way to a few clicks, which then gives way to a few clicks of Perplex. Fun fact: there was a brief period where I considered adding the Venom symbiote in this team when I was still looking at it being about five or so points under. Finally, we have from What If Spider-Man. Now, the specific What If this Spider-Man is from is What If Spider-Man Married the Black Cat? So, he comes in at 90 points, has the Spider-Man Ally Team ability, as well as the Spider-Man Family Reporter and Scientist keywords. He also has an improved movement, ignores elevated terrain, and he has a trait, Wedding Present. Spider-Man can use super senses. When he does, if he is adjacent to a friendly character with the Spider-Man Family keyword or named Black Cat, increase the result by 1. Okay. Looking at the dial, we open up a few clicks of Running Shot, followed by a couple clicks of Sidestep. On attack, we start off with a couple clicks of Precision Strike, which gives away a few clicks of Incapacitate. Defense, we've got Indomitable, and open up with a couple clicks of Inertial Deflection, followed by a few clicks of Combat Reflexes. On damage, we open up Blank, and then click into a couple clicks of Perplex, and then back to nothing. I'm a little perturbed with the fact that this is a 90-point dial, but it's so short. Alright, so that is it for now. Tomorrow we'll be doing the weekly roundup. Then later on in the week we'll be doing a review of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And I got some other stuff planned as well for later on, or after that. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I put up new content. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal are in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.